In this video, I'm going to explain to you how you can know for certain when you can get a blackout in BingoMoney. So oftentimes we go for a blackout just to find out we can't finish and we're stuck with one or two numbers left on the board. Other times we wait too long and it turns out we could have finished on the previous number. In both cases, you're likely to lose. If only you knew when you could and could not get a blackout. In this video, I'm going to give you a strategy that allows you to know exactly when getting a blackout is possible and when it's not. So what is this incredible strategy? Well, it has two parts. The first part, you are counting how many numbers on your card have been called. So in real time, if 10, 11, 12 numbers on your card has been called, you're keeping track of that. The second part is you're keeping track of how many purple daubs and double points power-ups you've generated. Now, in this video, we're going to simplify things a little bit. We're just going to consider games that don't have a double points power up. So you're only going to be keeping track of how many purple daubs have been generated. Okay, here are the first two rules. Rule number one, you can get a blackout if 13 numbers on your card have been called and you generate one or fewer purple daubs. Rule number two, you can get a blackout if 14 numbers on your card have been called and you generate three or fewer purple daubs. Now remember, both of these are in the situation where no double point power-ups have been generated either. Now, knowing these two rules allows you to determine when you should start going for a blackout and when you should stop if you've started. Okay, this is all a bit abstract, so let me give you some concrete examples. So in this game, I've generated two golden balls and one purple daub. So I'm keeping track in my mind that I have one purple daub generated so far. I've also held four numbers, so 10 total have been called. 44 is the 11th number. I'm keeping track of how many numbers on my card have been called, and 64 is the 12th. So I know when the 13th number is called, 51, I can go for the finish. So I use my golden ball and I'm going. However, I'm going to pause it right here for a second. You can see that second purple daub has been generated. So I know that I can't finish in this situation. If 13 numbers on my card have been called, I can only finish if one or fewer purple daubs have been generated, but that's my second one. So if I try to go for the finish in this situation, I'll just end up with one or two numbers left, and I'll probably lose that match. So I know to stop, and that's what I do. Okay, let's resume the match. So here I'm waiting for the 14th number to be called, and I'm lucky enough for the last number to be the 54. It's called to my card, and now I can go for the finish as long as I don't generate more than three purple daubs. But it's key to know that that 54, if I had went for the finish previously, when only 13 numbers were called, I probably would have daubed that 54. But I knew when the second purple daub came up to stop, and that increased my probability of being able to finish the card. And here, only three purple daubs are generated. And I was able to finish the card on the 14th number. Okay, so you have the rules of when you can finish when 13 or 14 numbers on your card have been called. Now, what if 15 numbers on your card have been called? Well, you can finish in this situation as long as you don't generate more than 5 purple daubs. And let me demonstrate that in the following game. So in this match, I've generated one golden ball and two purple daubs, and I've saved 5 numbers. So 11 total have been called on my card. The I-28 is the 12th number. And so I know that when the 13th number is called, which is going to be the I-20, I won't be able to go for the finish because that's 13 numbers, but I've generated now 3 purple daubs. Now, technically, when the 14th number is called, which is going to be the N38, I can go for the finish, but I don't. And let me just pause it here to explain why. So a little bit of a recap. 14 numbers have been called, and I've generated 3 purple daubs. So according to our rule, I can technically go for the finish here, but that's under the condition that no more purple daubs and no X2s are generated. And I think that's very improbable that I'm just going to generate golden balls for the rest of the match. So instead of trying to go for the finish and using my power-ups and increasing my chances of pre-daubing, I'm going to wait for the 15th number. Okay, I'm going to resume the video, and the 15th number, 074, is called. And I start going for the finish. I know that I can afford one more purple daub. That's only the 4th one generated. I can generate up to 5, so I feel like I'm good to go. And I end up with the blackout. So I hope this video was helpful for you. Now you know when you can and cannot get a blackout when 13, 14, or 15 numbers on your card have been called, and under the condition that no X2 power-ups are generated. Be on the lookout for one of my upcoming videos and when I explain when you can and cannot go for a finish with an X2 power-up in play.